Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It's the 31st of October. Happy Halloween to everybody out there. This is your morning setups video. So, green arrows around the board here. Not a surprise today. Facebook earnings, we'll go over that in a minute, was all over the place. But truth is, if you look around the world today and, just come in sometimes and look around and say, hey, what's going on? You don't even have to look and dive in. There's a lot of green out there around the rest of the world, and our markets are just trending up with them, right? And we can look at that and see that here. So coming into today, we have a small gap up, and we'll go over that in a second. First off, you can see futures overnight, right? We dipped very briefly in the first couple hours before we pushed up, and we've been just grinding ever since. China manufacturing numbers came in late overnight, by the way, so we can add that to our list of China continued signs of a slowdown. Oil numbers last night was a bigger build than expected. Oil popped a little bit, but really nothing. The big numbers today are at 10:30 this morning. Gold is continuing to fall apart here. Unfortunately, it's losing that upper flag. So people looking for a change in character in gold, it's not there yet. It's not coming in, and bonds are coming in as well. All this is some signs that maybe this market wants to bounce here. And, if you look at the VIX, it's giving it up overnight. Look at the drop off from the close, right? You can see it's all the way back down, now back below, right? Right now here, testing the low from Friday, right? So I'm sorry, Monday morning's low. Sorry, Monday morning, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, Monday morning's low. So, break through here, and then we'll see if we start getting some momentum to the downside. We want to talk to you guys yesterday to stay vigilant. And then I tweeted out to you guys out there yesterday when we had that character change on the 5-minute chart on the SPY. And sometimes, guys, you just have to stay vigilant, right? I made good money on the morning. I didn't trade in the afternoon, right? To be honest with you, I just sat there. But right here, look at the volume. That volume, forget to the right of it. Look left, right? Other than the opening couple minutes, that was the biggest volume candle of the day. And look at that candle, and then the next one after it made it. That was a big buy program. And that was somebody stepping in. Somebody here stepped into this market, and that wasn't a little guy. This is a big institution, and did some big buying here. And then you got some grinding and some more programs and some short covering into the close. All right. So let's look at sentiment real quick, and then we'll come back to here. So sentiment, our put to call, while it bounced a little bit, is still a great signal, right? This is a contrarian indicator. When we're too bearied up, they tend to want to squeeze the shorts, and the shorts have not been squeezed for pretty much the entire month of October. For the entire month of October, they've pretty much been letting them sit in here and be comfortable being short. So this is going to be interesting to see if they can squeeze today. Our oscillators bounced big, right? Negative 33 now. We were negative 1 something yesterday on this action. Still an okay signal, but we've lost our really nice oversold signal on the oscillators, and the name up for the NASDAQ at negative 47. Can't say I'm surprised by this. All right. So let's come into today, and here we are at 270 on the SPY, and let's just make this very, very easy. 270 is a huge, huge area. Your 8 days right here, and the 270 area has been resistance and support for this market going all the way back through February, right? You can see how I've had this line drawn here and just keep extending it out, and you can see how many times we've danced upon this level on the markets. It was resistance, it was support, came back below it, support, support, resistance, broke through it, support, 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 broke through, resistance, 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 resistance. So this is big here. So today, if we are going to do anything in this market, we need to break through more than for a few minutes and above 270 and hold, right? That would constitute a change in character on the SPY. From this day here, right? We've lost the 8 and the 21 day here. We have not really been able to get above the 8 day, right? Very brief little touches and flirtations with it. So if we can get above here, and they want to squeeze, guys, so you look at levels. Levels, squeeze 1, 270. Next area would be probably up here around 273. That would be the push. And if they keep pushing, look for your 21-day tag, which should be somewhere around 275 when we open, right? And then obviously there's your 200-day sitting here at 276. And these are levels to watch today if we squeeze through and go to the upside. Ultimately, 280 becomes the next big area of resistance if we do. This could possibly signify a trend change, right? Traded below yesterday's close and closed above it. Got a small reversal candle. If we get weak, you'd like to try to hold yesterday's open right here. These two candles, right? You got two candles. That would be a good place to test and rehold if we could. You do not want to see it come back and try to retest the low here now of this that we had, right? And that low was 259.85. So that's what you would look for on the weak side downside today. If they came in and they said this is false. So where does that bring us to today? That brings us to watching what we want to play here. So first of all, the Finns yesterday woke up, goes above the 8-day. First one to do it, led a little bit. I don't like the Finns here. I got to be honest with you. Other than for an oversold trade, oversold bounce, but most of these names don't move enough. If you want to play one, Goldman Sachs had a big move yesterday out of nowhere. Moved almost almost $6. JP Morgan can move as well if you want to look at those. Honestly, my focus will be on other areas. First of all, biotech, IBB, beaten up, that could move. It's the last one to go. We'll see if that one wants to go. That could have big moves. You want to play an index name. And Gilead, so call buying, as well as Celgene yesterday. A couple names to keep an eye on in that space. Unfortunately, the semis, we were very excited yesterday. We saw those, 5,000 plus of the December 90 calls on the SMH. And this is why I always check open interest the next day on something like this, right? Here they are, 5,000 of them, 100% on the ass. They came in 2 orders. Looks like they were bought to open, and then we come in today, and you look open interest changes, and here they are. They actually closed 2,600 of them. So whatever they did, some might have opened, but a lot of them closed down. The net change there is negative 2,600. That's all we need to know, that was not a great buy, unfortunately. But I will keep an eye on the semis today, right? NVIDIA tried to wake up yesterday, still hasn't retaken the 8-day. That would be the next area. It's up again here, pre-market, big again, up another, up almost $8 off the pre-market already. AMD, Micron's running, right? So is AMD. So these names all have room to continue bouncing if they want to try to bounce some more. You need to make sure this morning this holds. You don't want to chase a gap up and have the rug pulled out from underneath you. Facebook last night earnings, this was unbelievably all over the place, right? First we were up, then we went down, then we went back up, then all the way back down, then back up. There's upgrades, downgrades galore on it today. Pick what you want here. There's a bunch going on there. There's a bunch of going back and forth. Bottom line is they missed on revenue and their guidance wasn't great, but they have a bunch of new advertising coming on for their stories, and they can't keep up with getting the ads on it. So they're pushing more and more ads on it. So they have things going on that they like. So watch Facebook today, see how it reacts. It's up here at 153. It hasn't really reclaimed all that much. It's into the 21-day. That's been where it's failed every time since last earnings. So this is a big spot. Twitter continues to act incredibly strong. I would not be afraid to chase this name and go after this name again above the 200-day. This one looks good. CAT yesterday, if you want to go elsewhere, breaking above here, breaking above this range. If this holds, maybe it can move. Here's your next chest at 120. Boeing put in a pretty nice recovery candle yesterday. I'm not want to swing it, but I would look for a trade on it potentially today. I think they found the plane. We should know more about what happened down there as well. Netflix had call buying on it yesterday. This is a name that's been maligned. I think this one can pop. Unfortunately, it's up quite a bit already. But at this point, your 200 days, 8 days, all the way up here at 308. So you can get a 10, 15 buck move up if we want on Netflix today. So it's a name you can play there as well. What else would I have written down today? GM had good earnings. We'll see how the call goes. But right now, it looks rock solid. Maybe this one can get moving. This has been trying to wake up since this low down here. If it can get above and hold above the 50-day, which it is this morning, right? So all the way up into the 37 tonight, net to the 200-day. So here it is, about to repair all the moving averages on this one earnings move. If this holds, this could be something we can go start playing with. Keep your eyes on this one out here as well. EA missed. EA was bad. Nothing good going on there again, right? Fire I beat. Doing good. This one is to back up to 17, 18 area. That's always been resistance. See if that can go. So bottom line here today, guys, is pick your names you like. Take a look around. A lot of names out there you can play. I played Squarely yesterday. It was nice. Not as easy of a trade here up at 71, right? It's right into the 8-day. It hasn't been able to get through there. So we'll see how it handles this here. Pick the names you like. See if we bounce. And if we get weak again, back into puts. Puts on those indexes. Play the VXX to the long side. You can look for puts on the VXX now as well. All right. So, got to see what the market wants to do here. Got to get through and get convincingly above this 270 area. So with that said, we have Apple tomorrow night. See how that plays out. Happy Halloween, everybody. This is Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. If you're interested in what I do, link is in the description. I'll help you sign up. If not, enjoy the information. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys all later. For people live in my service today, I will be live all the way from the open at 9 o'clock all the way until 12:30. So you'll have me for 3.5 hours straight. Catch you later.